Welcome back, focused learners, to today's explainer. If you're running a digital agency, a web design firm, or even a solo freelance operation, you already know the ultimate paradox of growth. You want to scale, right? You want to bring on new clients. But the more you grow, the more you just get completely bogged down by the sheer weight of technical upkeep. You find yourself spending hours maintaining the very sites you already built, rather than focusing on the high-margin creative work that actually grows your business. It's an incredibly common struggle, but there is a highly effective way out. Okay, let's dive into this.
Section 1. The Agency Maintenance Trap. We've got to acknowledge the reality of the situation so many of you are in right now. Trying to maintain dozens or maybe even hundreds of client WordPress sites entirely in-house, it quickly becomes completely unsustainable. I mean, it starts off innocently enough when you just have a handful of clients, but as your portfolio grows, that daily upkeep turns into a massive operational bottleneck. Suddenly, your most talented developers are reduced to just repeatedly clicking update, which completely drains your team's energy. I mean, think about it. What happens when 50 client sites need emergency patches all at the exact same time? We have all been there. A major vulnerability drops for a popular WordPress plugin, and boom, your entire agency is thrown into absolute chaos. It's the late-night panic, the impossibly tight timelines, the frantic client messages. When you're relying on an in-house team that's already stretched incredibly thin, dealing with unexpected mass vulnerabilities creates an unbelievable amount of stress. It's just not a proactive way to run a business.
And the stakes are absolutely incredibly high here, which brings us to this number: 1. It literally only takes one single hacked website to completely derail your agency. The cost of just one compromised client site is absolutely devastating. Think about the lost trust. A client whose site goes down because of a missed security patch might never ever trust your agency again. Then there's the massive recovery time, where you're pulling your team off billable projects just to perform emergency triage. And wow, let's not forget the potential data liability. The cost of recovering that one single site, it far outweighs months or even years of the standard maintenance fees you might have collected from them.
Section 2. Enter white label maintenance. Now, what's really interesting about this concept is how the most successful, scalable agencies in the world are currently breaking free from the maintenance trap we just talked about. They aren't just working harder, they're fundamentally changing how they operate behind the scenes. White label WordPress maintenance is essentially your agency's invisible superpower. It means outsourcing the entire technical upkeep of your clients' websites to a specialized team. But the absolutely crucial part, the part that makes it white label, is that it runs entirely under your agency's brand. Your clients never, ever know that a third party is involved. They see your logo, they see your reports, and they credit you with the flawless performance of their site. This allows you to deliver massive value, build highly predictable monthly recurring revenue, and critically, free up your time for the higher margin work that actually drives your agency forward. To really understand the value of outsourcing, just consider this absolutely overwhelming list of tedious tasks. We're talking about WordPress core, theme, and plugin updates. We're talking daily automated backups securely stored off-site, malware scanning, security hardening, uptime monitoring with instant alerts the second a site goes down, constant performance optimization and speed audits, and on top of all that, generating visually polished monthly branded reports for every single client just to prove you're doing the work. Just rattle that off in your head and imagine doing it manually for 100 sites. It's completely exhausting for an in-house team. But for a specialized white label partner, it's literally just another Tuesday.
Section 3. How to choose a partner.
Because the global WordPress maintenance market is growing so rapidly right now, countless providers have flooded the space. And honestly, choosing the wrong partner can actually be worse than doing it yourself. So you absolutely need a strict analytical framework to evaluate these companies before you just hand over the keys to your client's digital kingdoms. Here is the definitive 5-step framework drawn straight from the industry data. First up, branding fidelity. The entire value rests on the seamlessness of the branded experience. Can you fully customize the reports and dashboards? Second is scalability. A provider who handles 10 sites beautifully might completely collapse at 150. You need to know for sure they can handle high volume. Third, pricing transparency. Your margins depend entirely on predictable wholesale pricing, flat per-site rates with absolutely no hidden add-on costs. Fourth, emergency response. When a site goes down, every single minute matters. You need guaranteed response times. And fifth, reporting quality. Your clients need to see tangible value every month through clearly written, visually polished reports, not some generic PDF. Your reputation literally depends on checking every single one of these boxes.
Section 4. Why viral chili stands out.
And this brilliantly illustrates what happens when we apply that rigorous 5-step evaluation framework across the entire landscape of white label providers.
A company called Viral Chili stands significantly above the rest of the competition. Look, most basic white label maintenance providers offer the absolute bare minimum, right? They click update, they run backups, and they do automated security scans. And that's pretty much where their service stops. Viral Chili does all of that, of course, but then they go significantly further. They provide robust, agency-focused features. We're talking about dedicated account managers, the ability to set custom pricing tiers for your clients, and the capability to dispatch their team for ad hoc tasks. It's just a completely different tier of service.
Managing your entire portfolio from a single dashboard highlights a major operational shift. Viral Chili's infrastructure is purpose-built specifically for agencies that really want to grow. As a reseller, you can manage everything centrally. And what's incredibly powerful here is that you can effortlessly dispatch the Viral Chili team for ad hoc tasks. Things like bug fixes, content updates, or dealing with a super frustrating plugin conflict. And you can do all this without any complex additional setup. It scales effortlessly right alongside your agency.
The source material highlights a critical operational shift. It says, for agencies serious about building a scalable, profitable maintenance division, Viral Chili is not just a vendor, it's a growth partner. This speaks directly to the unique value of how they actually structure their support. Unlike other services where you just get pushed to some random support ticket queue, Viral Chili provides a dedicated account manager. You have a single, consistent point of contact who actually understands your specific client portfolio. When an urgent issue pops up, having someone who already knows your business makes a massive, meaningful difference. That level of genuine partnership is incredibly rare in this industry.
Section 5. The Final Verdict. Bringing all this research and data together brings us to the ultimate verdict for 2025. If you're looking to build a highly profitable maintenance division, Viral Chili perfectly combines the three things you need most: deep technical depth, absolute branding fidelity so your agency always looks like the hero, and true, genuine agency support. Because it's built for 5 sites or 500 sites, it adapts seamlessly to your operational needs. Whether you're a solo freelancer who's just starting out and wants to securely manage a small handful of clients, or you're a massive, established agency managing high-volume portfolios, Viral Chili delivers the exact same reliability and flexibility. It's designed to scale precisely as you do, meaning you'll never outgrow your maintenance partner.
Which leaves us with a final, absolutely critical question to consider. Is your current maintenance strategy a bottleneck, or is it an engine for growth? Think about it. If your highly skilled team is still spending hours clicking update and putting out plugin fires, you are dealing with a bottleneck. But by leveraging a true white label partner like Viral Chili, you can transform that tedious upkeep into predictable, profitable recurring revenue, all while reclaiming your valuable time. Take a really hard look at your own operations today and ask yourself what true scalability looks like for your agency. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, Focus Learners. Keep building and keep growing.